Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Grime 2. Last time we left off, we beat the quad blade, got the new piece of the weapon or whatever that I needed, and they're not mowing outside anymore. They were mowing outside earlier when I was playing Elementalis, but they are blowing the grass off of the sidewalk with leaf blowers, so there is that, but we should be fine. They might come by the house real quick, but we need to go up here. Does sound like they are actually getting kinda close. Of course, as soon as I hit the record button, that's when they're like, alright, now we'll walk up to the house. Alright, I think they're done? I never understand what the point is in using, like, leaf blowers to blow grass off of sidewalk. It's like, isn't the wind just gonna do that anyway? Seems like it just makes a bunch of noise and everything for no real reason. Alright, we made it though. Hello. How you doing? Hey, so this place kinda sucks, right? That's just way too many slimy hands in one place. Ugh. How'd you get here? With Yurgog's directions, I found the entrance's hidden temple to Frail Yadad. It was behind a giant mudfall all this time. Wonder if that's where gold... Meh. So, anyway. Yurgog suggested it could be somewhere below the temple. And here we are, I guess. What is this place? Well, it looks like where all the hand paint has been spreading from, sort of creating Nailglade in that tree thing above the mountains. Each Frail had their own canvas of the world, where they worked their art. This must have been Yadad's canvas. The old Frail arts are perpetually growing, some in odd ways without their Frail's guiding hand. This is probably no different, just ancient art and paint going bonkers. Oh, it's weird how its colors keep changing. Frail art usually sticks to their Frail's colors. Do you have a lead? Yeah, we got a very subtle lead worth investigating. I don't know if you noticed it yourself, but if you look back here, you may spot this. Huge burning hole right behind us. Something burned through this floor, and the one before it, and the one before that as well. It just keeps going down. Wherever it was fell all the way from the temple where Yurgog suggested the park could be. And for it to be able to emit this much intensity, even if it's not related to the Frail horn, it's definitely going to be useful. So just keep following it, down we go. Okay. What about this, though? Because, I can't help but notice that this exists. I mean, there's that, but yeah, like, what does this area lead to? Yeah, it is funny that we just straight up have a character talking about the fact that, oh, hey, it's you. Okay, this thing is very good for these random enemy encounters. My god. Ow. You big jerk. Eat that. Nerd. My god. That hurt a lot. Whoop. Anything have some breath over here for me to eat? Marah's been hiding her work more and more, even from me. Last time she mentioned that she was going to try harder to embrace what she loves. That it can't just be any face. And now she barely leaves her canvas. I miss her. I miss our talks. Perhaps I should visit her. Yeah, the idea that the gods are gone and all of their, you know, most fervent are just out here doing crazy shit. I mean, that's a pretty common thing for the real world, too. A lot of those religious figures and stuff, if they came back, would be very disappointed what their followers were doing. Looking at you, Christians. Boom. There we go. That's a full restoration of my breath as well. Whoop. Did not do that right. There we go. Good. This way. Uh-huh. Never mind. That's not the way. What, then? I mean, it had to be that, right? Oh, I keep going that way, I see. I let off the button too soon. Luckily, this thing seems to come back. Like, it straight up regenerates. I didn't realize it did that. I thought it was a one and done. Alright, all the way down, please. There was, like, this in that room. I don't know if that's something or not. I feel like it must be, but who knows. I'll leave the marker there in case I want to come back for that later. For now, though, we continue our little slip-sliding journey. So that takes me back over there, and this unlocks you. Cool. Alright. So that's a shortcut. Do I want to try and go back for that? Eh. Maybe not right now. Don't even know if I could do anything with it right now. I didn't immediately see a way to do anything with it there. Yep. Eat that. Gotcha. There we go. Hit you with a Shoryu and follow up with a good punch combo. Shoryuken. Good. That's a wiggly woo to get through there. Oh, this is an annoying enemy because it's hard for me to hit them with that. It is nice that I can just do the... Oh my god, really? I was just trying to punch that thing. Those things are kind of annoying for this weapon. Not gonna lie. I can level up. Just because I have to... Not only do I have to jump to get my full damage, but... Let's see, so we need to get all the way back over there. Yeah, there was no checkpoint that whole time. Not only because I have to jump to get my full damage, but these things are also incredibly short range. And it seems like the like, hitbox on their spikes is very large. So I was, like, trying to get close enough so I could actually hit the thing, and in turn taking damage. Really, as soon as I spawned in? What a jerk. Okay, I'm just gonna pop the heal preemptively there. It was definitely on me, though. I should have healed after getting hit by that thing a few times. But my brain just kept being like, you know, this time it'll work for sure. And then it did not. There we go. That was quite a way to skip through a lot of that, but yeah, I'm just gonna have to stand on the ground and punch them. Go away. There. Alright, don't get killed. There you go. Die. Yeah, they're rough to deal with a little bit. But it's fine. We made it through. Now, what is all this? Nothing there except a Marah strand. And I can break open a wall. Good. Does this maybe link back up to there? That would be a handy shortcut if it does. Marah, she must be stopped. So what she's doing, it's not allowed. It's wrong. Not just a transgression she committed against Shimei, but something even worse. The others must know before it's too late. Oh, Marah up to some shit. We will see. We will see. Okay, yeah, that's a fast travel all the way back up here. Which is mighty convenient. And this needs... Actually, that might have already been there. But it's fine. Alright, and we're probably headed towards the boss fight here, which hopefully doesn't take me too long, but none of this game's boss fights have been too crazy. And I do feel that these weapons are quite strong. I still do want to try those rust fists, especially since they apply a damage over time effect. The only question is how good is the damage over time effect? Because a lot of the times, like, poison in these games are usually not that great. We'll see, though. Alright. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Hello. Oh, that thing. I'm gonna have to fight that. This reminds me of a Silksong boss, actually. Something's weird. This being doesn't look like it's made of hand paint, like a formless. It could be a Frail? I think this could be Frail Yadat. Why else would they be here? She's the one who made the hand paint. This place was her canvas. Frail Yadat is why the Frail War started. She was the one who stole Mother Marah. She still has her horns. We can get those for the weapon and for justice for taking Mother away. But her colors, Yadat's were green and yellow, and hers look like... Oh, a shell. Huh. Is that you? I have been thinking for so long, again and again, what to say to you if I got another chance. To make you understand, to forgive me. I am sorry, Shimei. Sorry that I hurt you. I am not sorry for what my love for you has led me to. I do not have your boundless imagination, your ability to create something so entirely and breathtakingly new. Suppose I'm a loathsome thief for having stolen you to be my muse. Your face, I saw it everywhere, on everything that I made. I kept ruining my work, trying to hide it, but once I stopped fighting against it, finally I knew it. That feeling. Long last I became proud. Proud that my art could capture even a glimmer of your beauty. May my smith be like you. Be the great artist I could not be without using you. May they make the world as exciting and as fantastical as you have. Wait, that's not Frail Yadat, it's Mother Marah. No, we can't do this. We need to go back. I'll run back home, convince Manzel this weapon can't be worth it. Don't hurt her. Shimei? Lahav? Yadat? Why? What have you done to me? Oh. I am not here. I am the leftovers. A body without... Yeah, you're just a shell of a former god. I am not me. Uh-oh. Marah's shell. Ooh, that did big damage. What are you doing? Oh, that's what you're doing. God, that took forever to charge. Oh! Okay, that's what you gotta do. Ooh. Ooh. Ow. Okay, I was not ready for all of that. Mostly because, like, that one attack, you have to do the charge jump. And I, like, kept feeling like I wasn't going to be able to get to it in time. Because I wasn't ready. Wait, what? No, this is the wrong way. What am I doing? I mean, you were taking monstrous damage there. So I don't think damage is going to be a problem. It's mostly just going to be surviving your waves of attacks, I think. So Mother Marah was just sitting down here, and apparently she stole some of the other ones for her, as a muse. Now, what did this say again? She must be stopped. I saw what she's doing. It's not allowed. It's wrong. Not just the transgression she committed against Shimei, but something even worse. The others must know. So yeah, it seems like she stole Shimei for a muse, and then regretted it? And she was doing some messed up stuff, apparently. Whoop. What in the... Oh my god. Okay, heal. Ow. Okay, you can't be near. That thing takes a long time to cast, but you cannot be near it when it goes off. I couldn't really remember what that attack was, if I'm going to be fair. But yeah, that's the one you really want to get far away for so that you have enough time to charge. I bet you can parry it, though. I still bet you can parry it if you can get the timing down. The timing seems like it'd be really weird, but... What the fuck? I was like, okay, she's kicking the ground, and then something's happening, and then it all just like blew up. I think I might just need to stop attacking for the most part and just focus on learning what these actual attacks do, because that one's weird. It's like she stomps and then a projectile comes up out of the ground, but it also creates a shockwave. Okay, this is the one I need to get away from. Alright. Just prep. Dash. Do that. Okay, this is the one I can't figure, like, I can't figure out, like, what the fuck is happening there. It happens so quickly. I think she stomps, creates like an end point, stomps again, creates a start point, and then it shoots out the projectile to the left and right, but also the ground becomes like lightning. And it does a ton of damage. Like, I definitely think that's the biggest thing in Grime, is it's like, God, it is so easy to die. Okay, yeah, so get away from that. Oh, they like... Okay, well that's the scariest attack that you have, for sure. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna heal. Nope. Whoop. I tried. What are you doing? Is that the big thing? It is. Okay. Whoop. Wasn't close enough. Up. Ooh. Okay, I managed to dodge though. There's a Marah strand up there, that's funny. What is that? You fell? Okay, you did fall. What the hell? That's a neat attack. Whoa. Are they still coming? They're still coming. Oh my god, the perspective, I can't, okay. Okay. That's a cool attack because it's coming from the background. Also, you're screaming permanently now. That's a cool attack because it's coming from the background, but if you try to look at the background to dodge it, you're not going to dodge it. You have to look at the red marks on the ground here. Because, yeah, it is deceptive. Uh-oh, what is happening? And... What in the hell? How do you expect me to be able to make it through that? Huh, okay. Wow, I think I see the path forward, but I was not prepared for that. You do a lot of damage, and that's mostly the danger of you. You don't have a lot of health, though. And I think they factored that into the boss fight intentionally, since you're supposed to be a shell of Marah, but also the fact that you give no heals means that it's supposed to be a pretty quick fight. But yeah, that attack was weird. It expected a lot from me there. Because I think what I was supposed to do was, like, dash multiple times. Because you were basically creating the things faster than I could deal with it. This, I think you... Never mind, you can't? Never mind? Why does that even exist then? If I can't use it in the boss fight, what's the point? Okay, I just broke you. Good. Yeah, I thought for that, like, you know, the floor is lava attack, I thought you needed to go hang on to one of those things on the side. But you can't actually use it in the boss fight, which is just very weird. But this attack, yeah, you can't look at them coming from the background. If you do, you're never stopping it, or you're never dodging it, basically. Yeah, you're having a fit. There you go, come here. Uh-huh. This is the scariest attack. There. Okay, get away. Okay. Alright, we gotta do this again. Uh-huh. Yep. Wait, that didn't work? Oh my god. I thought you would be grabbable. So I got to your center thinking you would be grabbable at that point. You were not. So yeah, dashing through twice is what they want you to do. A lot of this boss fight is like kinda just... You have to see each attack like once, and it's kind of like a platforming boss fight almost. The boss fight itself is not really difficult. It's more just getting surprised by the new attacks. Like that, I just have no idea, frankly, how to dodge. If that attack comes up, I'm basically always getting hit. Get out of there. But this one, when you do it in that final phase, you have to do what I was doing there. Where, that hit me. I feel like I was right on the cusp of that. God, that hitbox stays for a while. Oh god, I didn't know that attack was coming. Okay, well I'm definitely dead this time. There's no way I'm surviving this. I took way too many hits. But yeah, you just do a lot of damage, and a lot of it's just like, haha, surprise catch! And they just like throw a 90 miles per hour switch, or pitch, like right at your head. And it's like, get ready! It's like, what? I didn't know that was coming? What do I do here? It's just shocking, mostly, more than anything. But like, the actual, like, attacks themselves, like, once you see them a few times, it's like, yeah, this is not hard. It's just the first time you see them is, you know, pretty scary. Alright, come here. I do not believe I am winning this. I can't even, like, pull my heel out of you. Oh god, this is the worst attack to deal with. Okay. Okay, I managed to survive that. Okay. Get over here. Maybe we can live. Let's find out. I guess it's just that, yeah. Oh god! Okay. Yeah, I was just, not doing what I should have been here, to be fair. What is that? Oh. Oh. Yeah, okay. Wasn't really ready for that one either. Uh-oh. This again. What's happening there? Whoop! Did that not stop you? Why are you taking so much less damage now? What the hell? Are you cheating? Are you just giving yourself temporary armor? Okay, I'm glad I didn't jump over there because you weren't actually done yet. That's the mistake I made that other time, I think. I jumped too soon. There we go. Gotcha. Whew. Okay, yeah, that was like I said, that felt less like learning. It's difficult to describe. It was more just like, it was almost like jump scare mechanics rather than like difficult patterns, I guess, you know? The real difficulty was in how quickly we die and how I was not prepared for what was coming at any moment, basically. So it was all just pure reaction. I was about to say, this must be Shimei and some of the other ones, Yadat? I have no words. I do not know how to begin to express the anger, the hurt, the disgust. How, Marah, could you do this to me? What? Just what is wrong with you? Making something like... It is... I cannot even say it. Then I will. Oh, Marah, you're such a vile, still rock creep. Being obsessed is one thing, as long as you keep it to yourself, but obviously your infatuation escalated into transgression. You stole Shimei's face and stuck it all over your depraved art. Interesting. You straight up stole Shimei's face and were just putting it everywhere. You saw? You went to my canvas?
Yeah.
Of course we did. We had to verify Yadat's claims before going this far. We owed you that much at least. Yes, we saw your orchard. Everywhere, my face. How dare you use me like that? Shimei, please, I didn't do it to hurt you. It's just appreciation. You just inspire me to... You couldn't possibly be delusional enough to think that Shimei would have seen that place as anything other than nauseating, downright creepy even. Not to mention a severe breach of our agreement, our trust. No, you only shared this little secret with Yadat and hid it from everyone else. You knew how bad it looked. And still you did it. There is no growth without struggle, and as hard as it may have been, you could have fought against your compulsion and grown from it. But no, you're weak, Marah, in the worst kind of way. The one that doesn't even try. I did try. I tried doing something different. I tried doing what you all told me to, dreaming up faces. I tried it all, but it was wrong. I have my thoughts. None of it is enough. It's not right. It was missing something real, special, a muse. And when I found it, art finally began to make sense. I only did what I did because I care. Care? You only cared for yourself. Otherwise, you would have considered my wants when you decided to exploit my visage like this. Shimei, please, don't. And then there's the matter of your newest creations. Those little forgeries of yours. You well knew how dangerous such a thing was. We will need to destroy them, of course. Once we are done, we will discuss releasing you from your punishment, but until then, you'll be separated and bound. No, leave me alone. I instructed them to only create within my canvas. They don't threaten the rest of you. How long will they listen to you? How long before they create their own little copies? Will they listen as well? Will they copy of their copy? Don't be silly. We agreed to that rule for a reason and you know it. They're a self-perpetuating art form. It's inevitable. Is this what you wanted, Yadat? I trusted you. I thought if anyone, you could understand. The beauty and genius of our hands, of our faces. We shouldn't forbid such things. It's all... No, Marah. I'm sorry, but it's not the same. I would never steal someone's likeness. Hands are not an identity. Perhaps, but they do create art. We're not that far off from doing as I have, creating something that can in turn, create as well.
Oh, Shaloi.
It's the main thing you're all angry about. That's what I'm getting punished for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on now, spare us the misdirection. Yadot's chosen theme may be risky like yours was, but she hasn't done anything wrong. In this shift, she has earned our trust. While you have lost yours, she may continue pursuing her art. Thank you, Lahav. I'm sorry, Marah. What you were doing, it was too dangerous, even for me. Hope once this is all behind us, that you'll understand and forgive me. Well, look like we've reached the end of this chat. Yadot, prepare to paint the chains. May you learn from this, Marah. It could do you some good. Have some distance from yourself. Interesting. So you became so obsessed with Shamay's face and her beauty as a muse that you just started pasting her all over the place. And you also created people that could, you know, then create art themselves, and they were worried about that because then they would spread. And they might believe that environmental damage that cause you to reform a distance away is fully recovered. Oh, neat. They didn't want you to create something that could create art, basically, which would thus take, you know, the creation of art away from them, effectively. But the idea that, yeah, you, like, copied someone's face, it kind of reminds me of, like, you know, the thing where someone just, like, wholeheartedly copies or, you know, like, traces someone else's art style. Like, inspiration is one thing, but, like, wholesale just copying someone is, like, yeah, that's not great. And I could see how they would hate that. They feel like they're giving a little bit of, you know, their sense of self up, and, like, it's very similar to the idea now of, like, you know, AI art and stuff, just basically copying actual artist work and then just spitting out an amalgamized just slop form of the content that doesn't have any idea of why the art was created or what the artist's, you know, interpretation was. So much of what creates art is inherently human, and if you take the human element away from that, then it's no longer art. And so much of art making is the process as well. So it makes sense why they would be very, very pissed off about you just, you know, stealing their faces. But the same thing is happening with, you know, like deepfakes and, you know, AI-gen video and stuff like that, stealing people's faces and also their voices and stuff. It's very integral to your identity, and just having it be lackadaisically passed around like that and used to just generate garbage that is using tons of water, further polluting the world, and putting more money into the hands of rich assholes. It's like, blech. But I get it. I can understand why they're punishing you, quite frankly. Also, I realized last time we didn't read the entry for the boss, so this one. One of Lahav's masterpieces, the Honing Beast, a milestone test of prowess. The Quad Blade avoided the Outsider's hunger, for they did not perform the necessary rituals to summon and face it. And so the Quad Blade has long stood undefeated, a milestone never reached by any of the Lavists, and a goal for them to always aspire to. Avoided the Outsider's hunger, for they did not perform the necessary rituals to summon and face it. The Outsider. Is this once again possibly referencing, like, Grime 1? In the eyes of the other Frails, Marah committed the gravest infringement an artist can commit by using the likeness of another Frail. In their eyes, this was plagiarism. Marah had to be punished harshly. Yep. It makes sense. It makes sense. Alright, we have all the things now, so now we just have to go see, like, Manzel, I believe. Looks like we still have quite a bit of map to, you know, explore and stuff too, but we're getting there. We're getting there, so. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.